In Time Machine Poker, you play as interplanetary card sharps who roam the galaxy looking for high-stakes poker games. Sadly, you've arrived too late for a big poker tournament. But all is not lost. You've got a temperamental time machine that lets you roll back the poker hands dealt that day and play them in reverse, pulling chips back in time and into your pockets, if you can get the time machine to cooperate. Time Machine Poker plays from 3 to 8 players and takes about 30 minutes to an hour to complete, depending on player count. A lot of Time Machine Poker will look familiar. Players get dealt 2 hole cards, which they keep private, and they try to make the best poker hand with community cards, which all players share. The winner of each hand takes the chips in the pot. The first player to 15 chips wins. But here's the time twist. In a standard game of Texas Hold'em, players see community cards come out onto the table. First the 3 cards that make up the flop, then another card for the turn, and finally the river card. But because of our time machine, that process is going to run backwards. We'll start with all 5 community cards on the table, and then they'll go away, 1 by 3. That's the 3-card flop. But what cards go away in which order? Well, players help determine that using action cards. Those action cards can also add chips to the pot, draw new hole cards, rake off a little something into a player's pocket, or when a player feels like they've got the winning hand and don't want any more community cards to vanish, they can try to shut off the time machine, which immediately ends the hand. Did we mention we've also got a special space deck that contains only 3 suits, as well as 2 copies of each 6 through ace card for a total of 54 cards? It makes for some fun showdowns. Okay, here's how a typical round might go. Everyone starts by picking out an action card and placing it face down in front of them. Then, one by one, players reveal their action cards and take one of the 2 actions on the card. Here's some of the actions. Unbet. Move a chip from the pot onto a community card. At the end of the round, once everyone's played their action card, the community card with the most chips on it goes away and is lost to time. Draw. Discard, then draw a new hole card. Rake. Take a chip from one of the community cards, but only if the pot is smaller than the chips out on the cards. Shift. Move a chip or 2 along the community cards. Time. Players push a random button on the time machine. If it's green, we add a chip to the pot and keep going. If it's red, the hand ends immediately, and all players compare hole cards to see who won the chips in the pot. The hand can also end if all the community cards go away, in which case players would just compare their hole cards to see who won the chips in the pot. We've also got an optional set of event cards that shake up the rules, making each hand feel different. We've had a lot of fun testing this game with experienced poker players, poker newbies, and everyone in between. While poker hand rankings determine who gets to claim the pot, Time Machine Poker is won by players who skillfully use their action cards to manipulate the flow of chips, cards, and time. Thanks for taking a look at our game, Time Machine Poker. Please reach out with any questions.